Hello, this is Cherokee Nation, Office of Child Support Services, our digital marketing intervention. Presenters are myself, Christian Keys, Special Project Manager of the Digital Marketing Grant, Valerie King, a core grant team member of Child Support Services, and Kara Pasquale, our Director of Child Support Services. Initially, our focus was not on outreach. We were so focused on building our program. Our doors didn't open until the summer of 2007 with approximately 8 staff. The first 10 years concentrated on development of the program and function processes. This left no time to complete plans for outreach, build a brand, develop market tools, or provide education tools. Cherokee Nation reservation. So our citizen count is roughly 392,000. Total child support staff is 38, and our approximate caseload is 2,400. In regards to our reservation map, it shows where we focus our interventions. This is in the northeast corner of Oklahoma. The only form of outreach our program had was conducting via community meetings and a brochure. We knew that our clients were tech savvy and used to getting quick information. If the information isn't at their fingertips, it could avert their attention span to other things of interest. Child support was a fairly new program compared to the other programs, so we wanted to create awareness. Fast forward to 2019, Digital Media Grant was introduced. We had an opportunity to focus on outreach, build awareness, create a digital footprint, and build our brand. Our 3 interventions were to 1, create a web presence. That was our main goal, was the website. And here in a minute, you'll see why. Implement a digital media campaign. We created 5 videos and tested 3. And then wireless communication. Utilize canned text messages with current clients. We tested to see if there's a difference in responses between those who texted and those who use regular methods of communication, phone calls, email, and mail. Our overall approach, we wanted to generate a website platform that would 1, explain the program, mission, goals, and services. 2, disseminate relevant information that could easily be updated as necessary. We wanted to build digital media options that would educate our program and become part of our website platform. Finally, we wanted to be able to connect with current clients in a way that could lead to better communication with clients and the case managers. Our plan is to tweak and update our website 3 to 5 times a month. We want to stay relevant and up to date. We want to keep people checking our website to see what's new.
Hi, this is Valerie King, and I'm going to talk about our first intervention where the focus was website. We wanted to ensure that our website was user-friendly and had useful information, which hopefully led to the following. An increase in awareness of program as evidenced by the actual traffic to the website, and increase the number of overall contacts we have with potential and current clients as evidenced by reviewing overall contact logs, and an increase in new potential clients as evidenced by measuring the number of applications received. Next. Here on the left, you can see our original website. It was simple, it held limited information, and was not user-friendly. And on the right, we have our upgraded website. It contains lots of information. It's easy to navigate and is user-friendly. We also added these gray tabs on the left, which takes you to a different page and gives you more information about each one of those tabs. So we're going to go over that right now. Next. The first tab that I want to talk about is our downloads tab. What we did here was take our most requested documents and make them accessible. Along with documents, we also put our application packet here where they can download it and print it off, and they can either mail it in or bring it into one of our offices. We also have a brochure, and we also have a resource guide for Cherokee parents. Next. Another tab I want to talk about is the income withholding order tab, or if you work in child support, it's also known as the IWOs. This tab educates employers and clients on what income withholding orders are and why we implement them. Next. We also have a tab for frequently asked questions. Our frequently asked questions are broken down into 4 topics: common questions, income withholding questions, Payment questions and tax offsets. How we came up with these was by pulling our staff on which questions they got asked the most. Next slide. We also have a tab that outlines our mission statement. And our mission statement is: the mission of the Cherokee Nation Office of Child Support Services is to partner with families and other programs to ensure the collaboration of services and resources are in place to build a stable environment for our children that will instill self-sufficiency and well-being. Our goal is to strengthen Cherokee children, families, and communities by ensuring a respectful, friendly environment where families can work together for the benefit of their children. Next slide. A new exciting tab we have is our payment portal tab. Before the payment portal, clients had to mail in a money order or cashier's check. Now they can make a payment from their cell phones. And this tab just kind of walks through how they do that. This does not take the place of income withholding orders, but it is a tool for clients that are in between jobs or get paid cash. Next slide. Potential clients have many options on how to establish and collect their child support. So why not choose us? This tab here just focuses on points that we make of why choose us over any other agency. The first thing I want to point out is we don't have any fees and services. Another thing is we do in-kind payments, which could be a service for child support, like the non-custodial party maybe fixes a leaky faucet or fixes the car. They can accept that instead of child support payment. And a third thing is we also do in-house payment processing. Next slide.
Hi, this is Kara, and I'm going to go over some specific data sets today for Intervention 1. For Intervention 1, the program gathered data from 4 different sources. One was a survey completed by Cherokee Nation employees and clients. Second, we also gathered Google Analytics statistics that included the actual unique views of the website. Third, we also looked at any increase or decrease in applications distributed and received. And finally, we also reviewed the contacts completed doing a comparison between 2 90-day periods. The dates of the 90-day periods were July 1st through September 30th of 2019, which is when the website was actually launched. And then the 90-day period of July 1st through September 30th of 2018, which is a year prior to the launch. So this first table is a breakdown of the applications actually distributed and received for that 90-day period. Then, as I mentioned, we compared these numbers to the applications distributed and received during that same 90-day period, but just the year is 2019. As you may recall, when we showed you the website pages, we made sure our application packet was accessible in this new website. For applications distributed after the launch, the numbers indicated a rise of 48.3%. We do attribute this substantial increase to the fact that the application was added to the website. For incoming applications actually received after the launch, the numbers indicate a 2.7% increase. This was only for the first 3 months into the launch of the website. Since that time, we have continued to see additional increases in our incoming applications. Next slide, please. Okay, this slide is a glimpse of our actual website visit counts that was tracked and analyzed for potential changes to the number of visits the program website would bring in after the launching of the new website. We did a comparison of the 90-day period of July 1st through September 30th, 2018 to the same 3 months in 2019. The changes in actual views of the new website versus our original one-page site was substantial. The numbers indicated for July, there was a 310% increase in views. For August, there was a 184% increase in views. And in September, we saw a 324% increase in views. Something to note when considering this data is that these views were all pre-pandemic. So there really were no extreme outside factors to consider when we reviewed this data. Next slide, please. This table represents the actual client contacts that the office had made prior to the launching of the website and compared it to the same 3 months during the 90-day website demonstration period. So those 3 months are July, August, and September. For July, the numbers indicated a 16.21% increase. For August, the numbers reflected a 10% increase. And in September, there was a 32% increase to total office contacts. Next slide.
Intervention one's focus was giving our website a makeover. And we did that by updating the content of our website, making it user-friendly, and we also gave access to downloadable documents and resources. Next.
So for intervention 2, implement a digital media campaign that would again help reach potential and current clients, create awareness of their program, as well as provide an avenue for visitors and clients to learn more about child support functions. We completed 5 educational videos and we tested 3 of them, January, February, and March of 2020. For intervention 2, again, we interviewed child support staff to determine the educational topics, chose a production company to contract, and we utilized Fire Thief out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, helped identify what material needed to be in the video productions, determine timeline to run the videos to test the actual reach and receptiveness, how the videos affected the website usage, incoming applications, and communication with clients, and then determine what the brand would be for the program. This took a lot of time. We know we're child support, we know what we do and how we do it. We know we want to raise awareness and bring in payments, but we didn't know how to convey that. After many sleepless nights, our core grant team came up with our brand: strong parents, strong families, strong foundations.
Currently, we have 5 videos on our website. 3 of them launched on Cherokee Nation's Facebook page, and then were pushed to Cherokee Nation's YouTube channel. But the first one, it was not launched, but it is just a general overview of Cherokee Nation child support and just our services. The second video debuted and tested January 2020, and that is Child Support 101. And that video is just what to expect when you open a case with our office. The third video debuted and tested February 2020, and it's paternity testing, what to expect when a genetic test is needed. And it goes over why you want to do a genetic test so that your child can get the tribal benefits. The fourth video debuted and tested March 2020, and it's our court video. It's the do's and don'ts of court and what to expect. The fifth video we have is just a testimonial from clients and caseworkers.
At Cherokee Nation Child Support Services, we empower families to find the best way to support their children. That's what the Cherokee way of life is about. It's helping that entire family unit.
Every child support case begins with a genetic testing procedure to establish parentage. The procedure is quick, painless, and minimally invasive. Genetic testing is done in our office and involves thumbprinting, photographing, and DNA testing. Results typically come within 8 to 10 business days. This is a free service offered by Cherokee Nation Child Support and is always handled with the utmost confidentiality. While genetic testing is necessary when establishing a child support case, it also allows our case managers to identify additional tribal benefits for children and parents. Cherokee Nation Child Support, developing strong parents, strong families, and a strong foundation. For more information on genetic testing and other child support services, please visit us online, on Facebook, or call our office.
Hi, so now we're going to go over the statistics in regards to intervention 2. The video demonstration focused on ensuring the original Facebook launches were pushed in specific geographical areas within our Cherokee Nation reservation. The grant group reviewed child support caseloads to determine the lowest count of cases among the service areas within Cherokee Nation at that time to help determine where we wanted to target these videos. We actually selected 5 counties, Nowata, Craig, McIntosh, Rogers, and Delaware counties. The videos were all played initially on our Cherokee Nation Facebook page. Per the Cherokee Nation policy, the Cherokee Nation only allows for one Facebook page for the entire tribe and its programs. So the data for each month was extrapolated by our Cherokee Nation Communications Division. The months of the Intervention 2 data sets was January through March of 2020. The data collected for Intervention 2 included the overall reach count, which are the unique views of each video. In addition, we reviewed the counts on the through plays of the videos and actual video views of at least 10 seconds. So if you look at this table, the video that received the most reach was our Child Support 101 video. The actual videos that received more views that played for 10 seconds or longer was genetic testing. And the actual video that received the most through plays was the court video. Next slide, please. So the next top 2 tables on this page reflect the applications distributed and applications received. For the total count of applications distributed for 3 months in 2019, comparing it to the same 3 months in 2020, the numbers indicate percentage changes. In January, it indicated a 62.5% increase. In February, it indicated a 69% increase. And in March, it indicated a 24% increase. As far as incoming applications received, there was a positive change there as well. There was an 84.84% increase in applications received. A few considerations for these particular percentage increases the work group considered were that the months in 2019 that were measured was pre-launch of the new website. So there was no way for customers to be able to download the application during that time. The other variable was that the March 2020 data was collected during the time the pandemic really hit Cherokee Nation reservation. So that could have impacted the percentage changes as well. The final table on this same slide represents the contacts the office staff made during the same period of videos being released in 2020 and comparing it to the same previous 3 months in 2019. So the numbers for January indicated a 3.5% increase in contacts. In February, they indicated a 4.2% decrease in contacts. And in March, they indicated a 55% increase in contacts. Next slide, please.
Intervention 3, provide two-way communication and direct engagement with parties through texting. We wanted to focus on a change in number of response contacts, increase in payment plans to eliminate bench warrants, and we wanted to reduce the locate status. The areas utilized are off of the reservation map I showed at the beginning. For establishment and bench warrants, those aren't tied to any one specific area, but we texted in Mays County and Cherokee County, and we also did our phone calls and mails, so our traditional method in Cherokee County as well. We wanted to execute a plan established as utilization of text messaging as a form of regular communication. We wanted to assist in rapport building and overall case management, increase opportunity for engagement, and increase our response/contact with clientele via text messaging. So this is our TxtPage Pro. This is what we were using or are using for our text messaging services. At the top, you see we have 44 canned messages. Those are pre-scripted messages. Initially, we sent an opt-in message letting clients know that we have a new texting service, that it was child support, reply yes to opt-in, reply stop to cancel. We now have reply stop to cancel at the end of each canned message. And if one of these canned messages do not work for our very first contact with the client, we're just going to add reply to stop. So it's more giving them an opportunity to opt out rather than opt in. One of the messages is just a thank you. OCOs want to say thank you for providing your child support, or for providing for your children. You're making a difference in their lives. Another example is our paperwork is due. See an OCSS reminder, your paperwork was due this date. These are fillable and has not been received. We need your paperwork to continue working your case. Reply by text or call for any questions.
So the first set of data we would like to go over today in regards to intervention 3 is the actual percentage of responses the case managers received once they sent a text to a client. If you look at the tables, you will notice that the first month of the intervention, our percentage rate was significantly lower. And yet we actually sent out more texts that first month than we did in the following 2 months. We broke the text message percentages down by the client's role in the case of being either a custodial or a non-custodial party. There were 100 original clients who were randomly selected to see if they would be willing to opt in to using texting as one of the main communication methods to talk to their case manager. Out of that 100, there were a total of 63 clients who opted in to receive text messaging communication from their case manager. So for March, when a text was sent by a case manager to a custodial party, there was a response rate of 45%. For the non-custodial party, we received a total of 19% response. In April, for the custodial party, we received 96%, and for the non-custodial party, we received 100%. In May, both the non-custodial party and the custodial party responded at a rate of 100% for every text that was sent out. Something that was considered by the work group was that it may have taken time for those who actually opted in to get used to receiving messages from their case managers and then deciding to respond back to them. Next slide, please. This slide has about 4 different tables, and it indicates the breakdown of actual contacts made by the individual case managers who were part of the texting group and the case managers who were not part of the texting group. We had 8 case managers, 4 texted and 4 did not. The case managers had a specific daily log to track contacts for this demonstration period. And this is how we were able to accumulate this data. The first page of data represents a 3-month period prior to the launching of the text messaging communication tool. So the dates would be December 2020 through February 28th of 2021. The data indicates about a 17.86% difference in the number of contacts between the case managers who were not going to be texting and those who were going to be texting. The second set of tables on the right represents the individual contacts of the case managers during the actual 90-day demonstration period. Again, it's broken down between the non-texting case managers and the texting case managers. During the 90-day texting demonstration period, the percentages actually declined between the 2 groups. The percentage difference was only 1.38%. If you look at the actual percentage differences between the two time periods of only the texting case managers, the numbers calculate to a 5.69% positive difference in total number of contacts. The actual percentage differences between the two time periods of the non-texting case managers calculated to a 22.13% positive difference between the average total number of contacts. So both groups showed increases in their contacts overall. When analyzing the data, the work group considered certain variables. These included the status of the case. For example, were they preparing for court action, so there was a need for increased contacts? Another variable was the office was just resuming regular work hours for all case managers during this demonstration period. So there may have been an increased focus to reach out more to the clients. And also another consideration was the number of days each staff person, whether they were a texting case manager or a non-texting case manager, how often they were in the office could have played a part as well in their overall contact numbers. Next slide, please. The final data set we want to discuss with you today is the actual applications received again. Again, the work group pulled the applications received from the 90-day texting period of March 1 through May 31st of 2021. This number total was 230. Then the work group pulled the applications received from the same 90-day period from the previous calendar year. So it would be March 1st through May 31st of 2020. And this total count of incoming applications was 130. This represents a difference of 100 incoming applications between the two periods and a 76.92% positive increase in incoming applications. Next slide, please.
So, in conclusion, we will continue to monitor our incoming applications. We're going to add a text link from TxtPage Pro with the site that we're already using. We're going to be adding that to our website so that new clients or anyone that just checks out our website and wants to reach out to us can automatically opt in without waiting for us to reach out to them. We're in the midst of creating fillable forms. As you saw, we now have downloadable forms, but we're just trying to make everything more efficient. So fillable forms will be coming soon. And we are getting ready to release another new animated ad from Fire Thief to show how we made our website more user-friendly. It's kind of a hierarchy of what we deem, number one, our application, our new payment portal, the opportunity to opt into text messaging, our email blast. Basically, we just want to continue to develop ways to improve digital media at our child support program, making it easier for our staff and our clients. So in conclusion, it was Kara Pasquale, the Director of Child Support Services, with her email right here, Valerie King, a core grant team member, and then myself, Christian Keys, and all of our emails are listed if anyone wants to reach out for any questions. Thank you.